Welcome to Pedal to the Metal Gardening, where last video concluded the year of 2025 and was all about enjoying the Winter Wonderland Christmas display. It's been a while since I've posted anything, and usually I'd say we're jumping into a project, but truthfully, my free time has been pretty limited this past month. So even though I still had time to do things, I unfortunately did not have time to edit videos. So what we're doing today is what we really did at the beginning of January, and that is the not so fun part of decorating, which is packing everything up and looking for a place to store it. I had tons of decorations all throughout the house, with the bigger displays being my indoor Christmas village and my outdoor light show display. But before we venture out into the cold, it's time to pack up all the Christmas themed pieces that were loaded onto the cart. This Christmas village was definitely a fun project to build. This cart has now been a part of two full fairy garden projects, one for Halloween and now for Christmas. For those of you who don't know, I received this cart towards the end of last summer and it was pretty much rusted out at the bottom, so during the Halloween build, I added some wood for support to eliminate the risk of anything falling through. But it's still holding up and I think it has a lot more potential and projects in its future. After cleaning this out, I'm hoping to do a mushroom-themed fairy garden in here to display for the rest of the winter season as well as the beginning of spring. It's definitely a great way to stay connected to gardening and include my houseplants in a fun project rather than just having them sit on the shelf. There's still a lot of snow on the ground in the northeast and my patience for spring to come is slowly fading. But putting these Christmas decorations away is one small step towards spring being closer, at least in my mind. And just like that, we've already gotten half the work done. Really more than half, because I did a lot of packing up in the rest of the house that's not even close to garden related, so you definitely didn't need to see that. But the Christmas village that we built is now 100% packed up. Now we could venture outside and assess everything I've honestly just been throwing right outside the front door. Now, as we know, something we don't like about winter and love about getting closer to spring and summer is that it gets pitch dark around 5:30 towards 6 p.m. Eastern, which means if you work a 9 to 5 like me, you barely have time to do anything remotely outdoors after work, not to mention the bitter cold. So that means we're spending the rest of the day shoving everything that we can into the garage, which is a complete mess. And by the end of this video, we'll have this cleaned up a lot more, I promise, and definitely a lot more before the season starts. The main reason being is I need to know where my tools are. That's how I work, and I have to know where everything is because once you get going, you don't want to stop and look for any tools or anything else you might need. So today, we're not going to be getting to the outdoor Christmas display, which the neighbors are probably going to be more upset than we are, but you couldn't pay me enough to get on a ladder in the dark to take down Christmas lights. Unless maybe it was $1 million, then we could talk. But for now, we're just going to be playing Jenga with our storage totes and hoping that it doesn't all come crashing down. And I feel like I need to give a little background on why this garage at the beginning of this process looked like the end of the world. And that is for over a year and a half, we were renovating the master bedroom, bathroom, and closet, which took a long time. A lot of that stuff from that space was given to us, thrifted, and done on a budget. And it turned out great, by the way, but it all had to live somewhere, and for the time being, that somewhere was the garage. So up until today, there was two massive dressers, a side table, and just so much stuff in here, plus a ton of extra wood left over that's still going to be stored. I've been working around it this whole time, but I'm really excited to finally be getting a lot of that space back and organize it all over again. I like keeping this space functional, with easy access to tools, room to repot plants, especially during winter, which I'll probably be doing later this week, and at the very least, enough space to move around. And with that concluding day one, we are now moving on to day two of closing the chapter of 2025, even though we're now in the second month of the new year. This whole time I've been editing this video, I keep thinking of the show Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David. If you've ever seen it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking of the episode when he gets hit with the Happy New Year's way too long after it's happened and he says the greeting has expired. I imagine that's how people feel if they're seeing this video in their feed and think I'm way too late with this content. But hey, it's already filmed, edited, and ready to go, so maybe if it doesn't make it on your list to watch in the month of February, it'll be here for next year's Christmas season that hopefully won't feel right around the corner. Packing up all this fake greenery makes these pots and overall space look so bare and really makes me want to fill this entire landscape with bright colored flowers. But we have to remember to remain patient, but not as patient as we had to be while putting up this massive LED tree. Every year we take this down, we talk about making a template that folds out onto the ground and shows us exactly where to nail the stakes in. But every year the time comes to dismantle it, and we just want to get it out of our sight as fast as possible. It is definitely the most challenging but most rewarding decoration that we own and was also handmade. If you want to learn more about this whole build, don't forget to check it out on my channel. I can't say that I'm happy that the grass is so dead and there are no flowers out here and we're not in the middle of summer, but I can say that I am very satisfied that we got all of the decorations down off the front of the house and over to the garage. Now, this is really where the focus comes in. So we need to fit all of the arches as well as the rest of the totes that was all for the outside lighting, LEDs, the huge star, and the metal signs. I think that I've planned enough room for all that, so I don't think there will be too many issues there. But I'm going to have to clear out more of the left side of the garage in order to fit the arches in the back left corner. These are definitely the most difficult and awkward things to store. Luckily, we have this space over here where I could just slide them in and it won't be that bad. They're not sticking out and I won't be tripping over them throughout the year, which is the main goal here. But after that, I'm just shifting things back while organizing a bit here and there, but I won't fully be cleaning out the entire garage like I want to before this next gardening season starts. So for now, I think that this has been a successful 2 days and I'm satisfied that I could repot plants in here and do what I need for the space to be functional for the time being. So that's all I have for today. And if you'd like to follow my gardening journey for the year of 2026, please don't forget to subscribe. And thank you again for watching.